In Galatians chapter 4, verse 9, but now after that ye have known God, or rather are known of God, how turn ye again to weak and beggarly elements, where ye desire again to be in bondage? He's talking about the law. Ye observe days and months and times and years. I'm afraid of you, Paul says, lest I bestowed upon you in vain and labored in vain. Paul said, I'm weary of you. I'm afraid of you because you still observe Sabbath days and new moons and feasts and years and days and months. You put importance in those. What Colossians 2:16 said, let no man judge you in these things, for they were just a shadow to come. And then he talks about in the previous verses how Christ took away every ordinance that was written in the law against you, nailing it to the cross. In other words, Paul was saying your salvation and your victory is not in any Sabbath or new moon, or months or days or times or festivals or anything else, or feasts, but it's in Jesus Christ and the price that He paid for you at Calvary's cross. Paul said, I'm weary of you, I'm afraid of you, because you deny the power of the blood of Jesus Christ, and you seek to go back under the law, under bondage. I'm afraid of you. And I believe that Paul will look at much of the church today, to much of what's going on with these Jewish feasts that people are telling people to come back under, and the preaching that you must keep the Sabbath to be saved, and any other legal work that they can dream up. Paul will look and say, I'm afraid of you. I'm weary of you, to the church today. I'm weary of your new moons. I'm weary of your Sabbath days, when Hebrews says that Jesus is our Sabbath and He is our Sabbath rest. When 1 Corinthians says that Christ is our Passover and He was sacrificed for us, and by His blood we are sanctified. That the new moons can't save. The Sabbaths can't save. Baptisms can't save. Only the blood of Jesus Christ washes and makes men free. The apostles preached the cross. They didn't preach this nonsense today. They didn't preach baptisms, and they didn't preach legalisms, and they didn't preach new moons or Sabbaths or feasts or anything else that these people are dreaming of today. But they preached Christ and Him crucified. Paul said, but we, meaning the apostles, preach Christ and Him crucified. For Christ sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with wisdom of words, lest the cross of Christ should be made of none effect. Folks, your victory is not in any of this poppycock, this unsoundness that goes around today. From one extreme to another, from ram horns, to feathers, to gold dust, to endless end time prophecies. Men coming with one fad and doctrine after another, one work after another, one gimmick after another. It's Jesus Christ and the blood that He shed at Calvary's cross. It's the only answer. There's no other answer for the drug addict. You're not going to baptize the devil out of him. You're not going to baptize that alcohol out of him. And you're not going to get the new moons to get it out of him. And the Sabbath days are not going to get him out of it. There's only one answer, the Bible said. And without the shedding of blood, there is no remission of sins. It's the only answer for the alcoholic, the drug addict, the prostitute, whatever else sin there is out there. It's Jesus Christ and the blood that He shed at Calvary's cross. Colossians